Hello, hello. This is Cindy Thompson, Angela Grunvig, Joel Lieberman, and Newell Cobb with our plan to help Singa International. Here, our mission statement is to connect cultures through education. We're reminded by the quote of Aung San Suu Kyi that education and empowerment of both men and women throughout the world cannot fail to result in a more caring, tolerant, just, and peaceful life for all.
We've chosen specifically to focus on the aspect of Singa in connecting all people, refugees and non-refugees, globally. We believe that through our solutions, we will be able to accomplish this. Our first solution focuses on online tutoring through a global network. So we would like to have Skype classes teaching English, traditional academic core subjects, and job skill training. And then the people who will be providing the volunteer base for our network will come from campus clubs all over colleges globally. So that's including colleges in the United States, in Europe, and developing countries. We hope that these colleges will be able to expand their volunteer force and create their own funding, which will help Singa be able to spread and will help them to be able to implement specific programs in their local area. We have specifically looked at a case study of Pathway program, which has just become international. And this program is implemented by BYU Idaho. It started in 2009 and it started very small. It had only a few volunteer base, and now the volunteer base has expanded astronomically. And this program focuses on teaching English and core subjects to people all over the globe. There are 142 sites, which come from many countries, and it has expanded so quickly that it's become completely global.
Right here we see a slide that shows one of the many examples of a lesson plan that you'll find in the Pathway program. In this lesson plan, we're teaching English and math simultaneously. So we would model our lesson plans similar to this one. We can see on the right hand common discussion questions that refugees can learn as they're learning English and math. Some of the statistics from the Pathway program is that currently there's 13,600 students and there's 423 sites. There's 6,370 volunteers this semester, including Pathway students who volunteer and those who choose to volunteer that join later. In total, there's 56,177 students who have served through this program. That includes 62 countries outside of the US. Pathway is currently being utilized in 423 locations. They started in 2009 with only 50 students. So we can see the exponential growth that's happened since 2009, which is not too long ago.
We've also chosen to base part of our case study on an international network of tutors of languages, which is a service program which started here at Brigham Young University 2 years ago. This program started having about 5 volunteers per week, Skyping and teaching English to groups in Latin America. And this has also exploded in the past 2 years, and now there are about 50 students coming every week to teach these lessons, sometimes to more than one individual. And so, as you can see, this is something that is lean and it can be accomplished very quickly. And we believe that Singa can expand astronomically in a very short amount of time. We will implement these Singa service clubs through campuses worldwide, and these clubs will be the basis of this volunteer network. And so we're hoping that the organization of these clubs will provide the services that the 3 current facets of Singa in France provide.
Now, through Singa Club International, we hope to accomplish a number of great tasks. One, through doing this, we'll have 10 new locations that will be both lean and efficient and self-sustaining. We'll have over 2,500 new club members, and we hope to raise about $100,000 yearly. Through this exercise, we also plan to help around 800 refugees be integrated into the local communities. Here at BYU, there's about 30,000 students, but on this project with Singa, there's about 230 students. That means that there's 0.00791% of the student population working with Singa in these refugee programs. We hope to expand to BYU and 4 other campuses in the US and then 5 more in Europe. Using that number of 0.0079, we were able to see that though the student population of BYU is 30,000 and the club is 230, we can use that to find the math for potential club population in other campuses across the United States. This means that in Stanford, we can have 129 students working for Singa. At NYU in New York City, we can have 381. In San Francisco at California, we can have 316. At UNC Chapel Hill in Raleigh, North Carolina, 221. This means that in America, we'll have an active club member total of at least 1,277. As we expand to Europe, we can look at the Aristotle University and find that there could be 620 club members there. At the University of Dresden, 280. At Oxford, 172. At Cambridge, 153. And in Coimbra in Portugal, 180. This means that we'll have a total club force of near 2,700 students. If 1 in every 15 students comes up with an amazing idea, that's 179 good ideas every year. If each member raises just $20 per semester, that's over $100,000 every year. If every 3 students works with 1 refugee, that's nearly 900 refugees every year. These clubs will lead to lean, self-sustaining locations of over 10, and the possibilities are endless. We plan to maintain our Singa-ness by appointing club officers that Singa can trust. By creating a cultural Singa document with rules and adaptable guidelines. We hope to help Singa maintain faculty relationships, offer small scholarships to exceptional Singa club officers and members in order to help them work better with Singa International. Clubs can fundraise and come up with new ideas. Clubs can work with local refugees, and this allows Singa to maintain its headquarters in France and invite students who are willing to pay their own fare to come to France and see the workings of Singa International.
Structured involvement in public schools will allow students to embrace diversity and become integrated culturally and academically as we transition. Schools in the United States have attempted different involvement programs and have seen success. This has been done through Alliance Clubs in Schools or buddy programs within a school district. As a personal example, one of our group members experienced this in Chicago Public Schools, where a northern suburban school partnered with an inner city school, and they became pen pals. They did activities together and saw a lot of success in promoting diversity and awareness of other cultures and economic backgrounds. We propose a similar model where Singa would work with school districts to allow university clubs and their faculty advisors to work with these students firsthand, where volunteers would visit public schools to visit incoming refugee students and provide support as they transition. This would be on a weekly basis or as needed, where they would work with these incoming students. They can also provide tutoring or promote other activities depending on needs. Volunteers would also coordinate team building activities where students across the whole school or across different districts can get to know each other so they can make friends in other cultures and provide peer support. As studies have shown that students do increase their learning exponentially when peer mentors are involved. So this way, schools can celebrate diversity, educate each other, and volunteers can even visit schools and perform skits and assemblies to help students give an idea of how to adapt and become friends and to communicate with one another and to just get excited. This would be less frequent than the weekly visits just to the incoming refugee students, but schools can get creative and would work through Singa to work with these different suggestions to help them to all become friends and become more united. We believe that this will raise up a culture where people are open to diversity and to supporting one another in their goals.